Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games here. It's a new part of the BattleTech playthrough. Last episode, we had the dynamic duo of myself and Pathfinder. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera because I realized just as I pressed the start button that I did not turn on my light properly. So I'm doing that real fast. Sorry about that, team. So we had a situation where we only had 2 mechs ready and raring to go for a fight. So we just decided we had to do it. And on the very last mech got a lucky crit on Pathfinder and killed him, unfortunately. We won the battle, but we lost Pathfinder, our strongest tank. And really is a difficult situation where if we keep losing our high level dudes, then we really have a problem, you know? So let us keep doing. Let's do another mission. So let's see. I am going to take on this mission. I'm thinking it claims to be easy, but also doesn't pay a crazy amount, which means I'm hoping that both of them together means it's not going to be too hard of a match. We need to get some of our lower level guys trained up, especially with the death of Pathfinder. So it's called Stubborn Surrender. Many years ago, we fought a lengthy conflict with the Taurians here in Weldery. Recently, however, news has trickled in from a remote region of the planet. Enemy forces harrying regional transportation. Eyewitness reports from very old mechs and colors from the conflict long since ended. You are to show these old mech warriors that the war is over for them as well. Let's see, for some reason my camera is out of position. I don't honestly know why I sometimes have these problems, but I do, and it confuses me. But oh well, negotiate. Let's see, I do like these terms. I will take these terms. Alright, so we have myself, we have Game Show, we have Coach who's going to take over the Vindicator, and then we have Game Show, I'm going to trust to man this mech boy, and Squire and Whisper. For either one of them, it's going to be their first time. I'm going to take Whisper because she has gunner. She's going to be she looks like she's ready to be a gunner eventually. If I'm being honest, might be better at this not to have too much like I already have 2 high-level gunners, so I'm definitely needing more tanks apparently, because skeleton tanks definitely have the highest death count, you know? Maybe I should not really consider these guys tanks anymore. Maybe just less likely to be one-shot. Maybe that's why I should just consider them, you know? So destroy the legacy lance of Taurian mechs. I wonder what they've been doing all these years. If it's from a conflict long ago, they've just been fighting continuously, even or is this just like they just like, now's our time? There's chaos amongst those damn Oregon people. Time to rebel. And that's my only guess. Be careful. These mechs may be old and poorly maintained, but they can still kill you. Okay, good sir. All right, Coach. Let's try and make our beeline for the woods. I'm going to be a little less careful about it. It looks like we've already made contact with the enemy enough to be alerted, so I'll definitely need to keep an eye on that situation. Ah, there they are. An urban mech. Hit the Vindicator, only for a quick love tap. So let's see, Game Show. This is using a fire starter. He's more of a melee dude. So we kind of have to we still have to be careful. We don't want to get him brutally murderized, especially if, you know, before we can get into melee with anybody. I'm just gonna do a fire couple, like, see, I can do a sensor lock, maybe make it easier for everyone to blow him up, maybe. That might be better. It says lock and attack? No, I can't to do that. I'm just gonna sensor lock. Alright, let's see. And another mech incoming. This one is a Griffin. Ooh. Now that was a respectable amount of damage. Hey, Coach. Let's see, I would say that, whoa, Centurion does not seem to have a lot of weapons on it, but it was apparently not low on tonnage, so I guess whatever it has is what it has. Fire everything! Right arm destroyed. Nice. A lot of long-range missiles, so Centurion's basically officially adopted its... Oh my. I'm definitely a little bit worried about Game Show with how much he's being shot by these scary-looking missiles. I want the Vindicator undercover first. I moved the Vindicator from, like, big lasers to a bunch of, like, M back to... At least it would originally was. Oh, but what originally was with... Which is a bunch of M lasers. With an SRM and MG, you know, for getting a little bit closer. You saw that probably the last episode, but I think at the right time. Right torso destroyed. This Urban mech looks like it's probably going to be dead. And like, honestly, if I get a good lucky shot, I'm able to finish him off on my next turn. It does look like these enemy mechs are spread out quite a lot. And I'm honestly liking this fire starter already. It's taking a lot of hits, but it's holding on strong, which is something I like very much. So, okay. Focus this boy. Fire! And he's been destroyed. Perfect. If I could afford getting any permanent damage on any of my mechs right now, I will actually be eternally happy. I cannot get him under cover, so I'm loath to charge him in. Apparently, because he's unsteady, he cannot sprint. Or else I was actually going to have him sprint to the cover. If I get here, he can flame the Griffin, but my main concern is the fact that he'll be out of cover and very likely to die. Well, if he stays under cover, it's 20%. Well, actually, what I can do is I can vigilance him, and maybe that will be valuable. But if he can't flame, okay, Game Show, we're going to do some strategic planning here. So we're going to vigilance you, confirm, and then we're going to attack. Fire everything! That's a lot of heat. My hope is that the vigilance will be enough to keep him alive. No guarantees though, but I got a dream, I got a dream. Let's see, if I stay here actually, what's the likelihood of hitting him? Like, let's say if I went backwards, same thing. So we'll move here, go there, and then we'll ever fire. Fire everything! Structure exposed. He lost evasive, which is good. Let's see. Enemy turn next. It's another Vindicator, and this one's a Defender. Oop. Missed. Good. Let's see. I think Coach is probably going to be a good one to move up. Get him into a bit more of an aggressive stance. I don't have a problem with that. Focus on this Tactician was definitely a good idea in my view. Less tankiness, you know? Now, LRMs from this guy probably going to hit the fire starter, I imagine. I'd be surprised. Never mind, he didn't attack anybody. I guess he didn't get a good enough position or something. But it's nice that this Griffin's also not undercover, which means firing at him is going to do a respectable amount of damage. That was honestly basically nothing. I'm a little disappointed in myself for that. But oh well. Things happen. And now he's undercover, which makes me happy. And now this should overheat the dude based on the last time. Yep, he's overheated. His left arm's been destroyed. Heatsink destroyed. This guy's not in a good position anymore. I'm not even sure if he couldn't even attack because of that. I'm definitely liking this fire starter. So I think I'm just gonna keep him where he is and just fire. Fire everything! Alright, he's still alive. A little bit disappointed, but oh well. Now he's focusing on me. Well, thankfully I am undercover with 40% damage reduction, so we're good. Alright, let's see. I can move here and stay under the forest cover. Honestly, I probably should have moved a little bit more to the left now that I think about it. Oh well. Or a little bit to the left so I can see what this guy looks like. Oh, there we go. It's a Centurion pilot. Good to know. I do find it funny how the Centurion is firing at my Centurion. It's just me, but that's kind of ironic to me. So let's see. Whisper Knee. I need to do something on Whisper's heat level. It looks like the Centurion's not, even though it's mostly LRMs, the heat level is still going up pretty high. Is she the only one you can hit? Apparently no, thankfully. And he has a better chance of hitting this defender here. A game show. I'm gonna move him to the forest edge. And it's not quite in range of his flamers, so well. You can get a couple of good shots in there. Left torso destroyed, and that was definitely a good shot. I've been a coach getting a couple of bruises from the enemy, but nothing too serious, it looks like. Though we're definitely having a problem with heat levels of our own right now. Which makes me want to move the Vindicator a little bit more over here. Maybe I'll brace him. Just to give him that opportunity. Yeah, vigilance and brace. It looks like I was kind of right to do this. Though, it does look like the guy's going for melee, which negates some of his bonuses, I think. But on the bright side, he's now perfectly positioned for me to fuck him up! Easy life. What are you gonna fire at? Oh, he's firing over at a game show way over here. Oof. Game show got injured there. He's gonna be out for a few days. Whisper, meanwhile, I'm gonna move here. What is that not under forest cover? Like, I will call that forest cover. Like, I don't know about you guys. So if I attack here, would that overheat you? Yes, it would overheat you. Though not if I turn off the L laser. So what we're gonna do is we're going to move a little bit more. Good, still keeps the range. Yeah, it won't be very low chance of hitting you, so we'll just turn that off and just fire with the LRMs there. He'll have damage reduction because he's a Vindicator defender in forest cover, but any damage is good damage to me. Let's go do coach first. He can get up into melee and fuck this guy up. A little bit of damage. Nothing too impressive, but still damage. Destroyed one of his L lasers, which is always nice, making it so he can't do quite as much DPS. I would love to sprint him if I could get him under cover. I can't get him under cover over here, so maybe that's what I will do. Sprint him to get him up towards where the rest of the group is. Maybe make him less of a target by not being by himself. Still fired at him, but hey, he's not dead, and that's what matters. I can go up to melee with this guy, or I can stand here and do it. Can I hit him from there? No, I think because the Vindicator's positioning. Can I hit you and you? Yes, I can. So I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna fire at both of these people. First one is going to be multi-target. It's gonna be multi-target against you with my machine guns, and then B against that guy with my ACs. A little bit of just pew pew, not too much damage, just a little bit, and then my more serious attacks over there, the Vindicator boy. Looks like it's gonna be a bit of a punching match right now against that Centurion. I'm gonna move her over here. Apparently did she get an arm destroyed? Or am I just out of ammunition? I think I might just be out of ammunition now. So with that in mind, I'm gonna try moving her over here.
On my way.
I might have to do multiple things with LRM ammo in the future. Fire! Missed. Disappointed. Very disappointed in you. Well, game show, this is definitely your time to shine. You can use all of your attacks against that Centurion over here, like your flamers and all that jazz. You only have a couple more shots at it, but more than enough, I would say. Looks like it looks like the Vindicator actually took one of the shots for the fire starter. Good job there, Coach. I'm proud of you for taking one for the team. Fire! Punched. You know. Another L-Razor destroyed. One thing I'm thinking of doing is probably on my turn. I'm thinking of using vigilance to get initiative for myself, so that way I can go twice. Like I can go twice before they get another turn. So I am going to vigilance myself. I'm going to move up here. I'm actually just going to screw it. Let's melee the boy. Melee, melee. We're not doing too much damage to him in particular, but for some reason we're being very pinpoint accurate, saying yes. Let's fuck him up. Yes. Well, let's go into melee with her now, since her primary means of killing people is not really useful right now. Oh! Definitely a good choice. Apparently our Centurion's like, my Centurion's better. Punch! There goes his arm and torso. I definitely am a big fan of that. I don't do quite too much damage, but you know, nothing could be worse. Another M laser crit. I don't know what's with me and apparently getting these M laser crits, but I find it absolutely hilarious. So, well, I could move here and just fire normally at this guy. Hopefully, I don't accidentally hit my own team. That would be kind of awkward if I did that. Increased heat, destroyed another one of his weapons, but nothing too significant in terms of actual damage. I think the flamers are more useful against specific targets, like targets that don't have the best heat management. Like for example, an enemy Vindicator, just based on what I've seen so far, would actually be perfect. Because they don't seem to have the best heat management. So I'm actually going to Vigilance Coach, so that way he can take his turn before the enemy can take their turn. That way, like, he's going to put himself in a dangerous position right now to punt, to like, attack this guy for me and finish him off. Perfect. And this should hopefully allow me to get him into slightly less worse position.
Enemy eliminated. Orders.
Melee him, melee the enemy Vindicator. Show him you're the better Vindicator. Punch, punch, kill, kill. Hey, that wasn't too impressive in terms of damage. You just kind of punched him and a little bit of damage occurred. Nothing serious. Disappointed. See, I think I'm going to sprint him because I am going to be a brave boy here. I believe in your game show. Honestly, if I'm being smart, I probably wouldn't have done this, but you know, I want to see what happens. He has quite the evasion, so if he's going to attack him, it's going to be in melee. I mean, it's not good. I guess not. He's still attacking the fire starter, but he missed, apparently. Which I have no problem with. I'm going to precision strike him because I think it says it reduces his initiative, which means that I will be able to take all of my turns before he can take one turn. So if I'm, unless he gets to turn immediately, in which case that would be kind of awkward, and I help my enemy. But I would like to believe I'm not completely wrong.
Firing on target.
Like I aimed for that joint to pop off that arm. Wasn't quite enough though, but you know, it could have been. It could have been. See, I could go in for a kind of just a melee punch, just for the shits and giggles, or I can move here and just fire some M lasers and keeping my distance. Let's just do that. I will do more damage that way, from a safer distance.
Fire on target.
Assuming both M lasers hit, of course. PPC crit and RA destroyed, so his big fuck you laser has been removed. And now we can just pile up on him and go punch, punch, punch. Right left arm and torso destroyed. Its right arm is destroyed. And this guy's, I'd be surprised if he lasts to his turn.
Awaiting orders. Wilco. Attempting physical attack.
There we go. Victory is ours. And I don't think we had any torsos, weapons, or anything destroyed.
Successful.
What time is it? It's only been 21 minutes. This will be a short episode this week. A success, but that is exactly what we needed to happen, because we do not want to spend too much money repairing our mechs, considering the fact that alarms. I think we need heat sinks though. We're kind of having problems with heat sinks running out, so let's go for that Griffin and that. Confirm. So we got a PPC Magna, an M laser, as well as we got an urban mech part and the Centurion part, and a little bit more heat sinks. That's perfectly good with me. The first succession wars began in 2786 when Minoru Kirita of the Draconis Butterleague declared himself something or other. So it looks like we have 3 of our mech warriors out of action for a little bit. But on the bright side, when it comes to our mechs, it's a very light, or it should be a very light repair job for any of these guys. It's just repair for 3 days and repair for 2 days. So this one we kind of have 2 options. Let's see, Medusa, let's see, how many mech warriors do we have currently in service? We have 4 of them ready to go. So even with game out of commission, we can take another job. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get the fire starter and I'll get the vindicator ready to go. And that way, by the time they're both done, Glitch will be out of back commission, but I'm not going to take Glitch on the mission. I'm going to wait till Shadowhawk is available until I take her on a mission. Oh, tying up loose ends. You and Darius are networking in a planet-side bar when a familiar voice cuts through the din. An impossible voice. Rance was a family bodyguard who'd abandoned his post on that fateful night long ago. When your family was betrayed, you killed him for it. Well, that's Rance stumbling into your table. Hey, he slurs. Can you spare any sea bills? I have to get off-world. I need to stay a step ahead of the devil. Amused, Darius prompts the drunk with, What does the devil want with you? Rance freezes like a prey animal. Revenge! Fearmy wants revenge! It's probably not the best idea to kill him where he stands, because we're kind of in the middle of a bar. But scare him by introducing yourself. Rance squints at your outstretched hand, inspecting it for Seabills, and finally shakes it. He winces as your grip tightens. Hello, Rance. Don't you recognize the last heir of House Games? His pain turns to panic as he desperately tries to free his hand from yours. Or you can just call me the devil. You finally let him go and he falls to the ground, scrambling backwards on all fours. Darius, meanwhile, is speechless. A second unexpected occurrence for the day. Rance screams as he flees the tavern, your voice echoing after him. Keep running, coward! I've killed you once! I'll kill you again! No lasting consequences. I mean, it's only logical that I don't murder him, because if I murdered him there in the middle of lots of witnesses, then we'll have problems, and I don't want to deal with that bullshit. So one thing I do want to do, even if I can't do it immediately, is one thing I want to do is not right, like when I can afford it. I want to build something here that I can do, like something that will maybe either improve Like, I'm honestly going for this one. If this allows me to get, like, repair, and it's like something to make it so they repair faster. Like, I love this, you know, automation, though it's kind of expensive. But, you know, anything to make it so I can get my mechs back faster is something I kind of want to look into when I have the money to spare. Because as things stand, what does this do? Apparently has no effects, except maybe except unlocking some stuff. Let's see, but like being able to make more like get my mechs back under control faster is probably honestly the big thing that's slowing me down the most, is getting my mechs back up ready and raring to go. What is our reputation looking like? I'm kind of curious. Federate Sons don't like us. The Cold Federation kind of likes us. Free World's not so much. Draconis Combine not so much. Torrent Combine very much not like us. And Pirates, of course, absolutely hate us. The Magistrate of Canopus kind of likes us. Northern Restoration very, very much likes us. We are honored by these people. We are honored. Basically, we have maximum reputation with these guys. So let's see. Like, considering we have discounts, I want to see. I can't afford anything right now, but kind of see. Oh, Archer. I've not heard this one. This looks like a nice, powerful mech. I would like to have access to that mech one day. Definitely. Let's see. What's a rangefinder? So it comes down to it. Equipment. It's another the heat bank. The heat bank honestly might not be too bad of a thing to invest in potentially for some of my mechs that have a problem with heat. A stalker too. I would love to get some of this access to some of these cool looking big mechs. I would not lie to you. I would love to get my access to them. So next episode, guys, we're gonna do a little bit more of these lower, like like I consider probably the easier ones. We're gonna do this next one I want to do is this Forward Observers mission, where our scouts have observed Directorate military units covertly surveying military and industrial targets. This increased activity from the Oregon Directorate near several priority facilities suggests a strike is coming soon. We're tasking you with intercepting the scout Lancet's identified targets and eliminating it before I can report back. The reason why we're doing these easier missions to pass the time, like honestly this one's not a bad one either. I'm going to do this one first and then probably that one. Is that, you know, with Pathfinder dead, we don't have a strong dedicated tank anymore. So I want to build up Coach to become better. As you know, soon as possible. And I also want to just generally improve the quality of my mechs overall. So Whisper, I'm probably going to make a gunner. I'm not a gunner, a tank if I can. Because you know, we need another tank to back up in case something happens to Coach, like he's unconscious or anything like that. Ronan, not Squirrel, the Squire, I'm probably going to make him a pilot, a scout boy. Like a scout boy similar to how I have Game Show built right now. Still trying to decide, I think I might go pilot. But it's kind of a hard thing where it's like I'm still trying to say if Guts is better, because where it's like Guts mechs pilot by this mech gain 1 bonus evasion charge after moving. If the mech is not a sprint, jump, or charge to melee, the mech also gains entrenched. Compared to this one, which is if cover and guarded states both provide 40% damage reduction rather than 20% damage reduction. Cover and both together provide 60% reduction. That one would prevent my light mechs from dying, which is why I'm thinking of, which is honestly why I'm probably going to go for these two again. Get that nice little sensor lock, which allows us to make it so we can reveal the enemies, better for scouting, especially combined with a long range mech. warrior. Well, I love these two for melee mech, like for going up for tanks, because it's just like the best combination for tankiness, you know what I mean? Let's see. And probably, honestly, for any of my scouts, I'm thinking of getting probably ace pilot for my scouts. The reason why is I can potentially attack from like the position's already good, and then I can move away, then back to a safe position, and then I can move them back next turn, you know, that kind of thing. And of course, breaching shot's gonna be immediately gonna have to be what I go for both Glitch and for Medusa. It's just too damn good. Alright, well, though, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, press that like button down below, or Rumble if you're on Rumble. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.